you for stopping by today. This is Coach Claire, and today I'm just going to be talking about resumes that get you noticed. So, right off the bat, my pet peeve is lying on your resume. And I say that a lot because I've been on the other side of the table, the hiring manager, hearing people talk about their experience, and it's always so disappointing when you read a glowing resume and the person sits in front of you and their experience doesn't match up to what they have said on the resume. I tell you, the best candidates resume pairing is when there is congruence between what a person has said on their resume as well as it collaborates with who they are when you sit in front of them. So that is just something to bear in mind as we begin to talk about writing that winning resume. Now, today I know that with the use of AI and bots in the selection process, it's very tempting to just only use keywords that is suggested to you by resume writing AI tools, but I assure you that you will be found out, if you just put anything in there to get noticed. So here's what I recommend. One, I encourage my clients to focus on value. What do I mean by value? You are being hired by that organization because there is a problem they want you to solve, so how do you bring value to that organization? Your CV should talk about value you have brought to several organizations, not just a summary of all your skills and experience. I see that a lot, and people write that, and for me it is a turn off because as a hiring manager, I've seen tons and tons of CVs. And like I said before, if you're applying to high volume type roles, there are literally hundreds of qualified people applying for the same role. So why should they pick you? I always ask my clients to think and ask themselves, why should I hire you over the next person? Why? So you need to answer that why. You need to tell me why on that CV. Don't leave me guessing as a hiring manager on the CV. Tell me what you do. Tell me the value you've brought to organizations, and that will get me thinking about, wow, perhaps you can bring the same value to this organization. Again, there is no need to inflate your value, because if you are a person that will bring value to a role, we will know when you are interviewed, right? So think about value. Always think in terms of accomplishments. Now, I've seen some people's CVs lately, and it looks super clean. In fact, that was the feedback I gave someone. That your resume looks a little bit lifeless, because it's clear that there was help gotten to put it together, but it didn't show much of that individual's accomplishments and the value they bring to that role. It wasn't memorable. Key point. It was perfect. It was too perfect. So remember that when you are polishing your resume to hit the job market, ensure that it has life and it represents you well. Some of the best written resumes represent the candidate well, and when the candidate sits in front of you, you can see that this is who they are. They are not trying to be someone else, which is a red flag for a hiring manager. Another thing that I encourage people to do is to be authentic in your resume. Some of the best resumes that stand out talk about their experience authentically and simply, and they talk about what they did and how they did it, what actions, they took in those roles, and what the results were. So when you write your resume for a role, ensure that you are sticking to the facts, ensure that you are leveraging your strengths. What have you done well, that can lend towards this role that you are applying for. Like I said, there really is no need to lie. If you can do that role, then a hiring manager that interviews you can tell, and people can also tell when those resumes are not a reflection of the truth, right? And another thing that you should do with your resume, and I always say this, that resumes are like business plans. The best ones are written with help. You know, sometimes we think we remember everything that we've done, all our accomplishments. I remember sitting with several people, just having that initial conversation and like, tell me about your experience. And by the time we finish talking through their experiences, they are surprised at the number of things they have done in the past and that they can transfer into their current role. So get some help with your resume, not someone to polish it and put experience in there that you did not do, but to help you draw out the experience that you have that is relevant to the role that you're applying to. And once that exercise is done, you can now take from that listing of your experience and tailor it to job roles as you apply. I tell you, even though there are robots that look for keywords, there are so many hiring managers who still look out for the pearl amongst applicants, right? When your CV is authentic and it's full truly representative of you, you stand a higher chance of being noticed and getting that call. Well, question for you: how is your current resume working for you? If it isn't working, if it hasn't been getting you any calls whatsoever, I think it might be time to switch gears and take a second look at it. Is it too lifeless? Is it high sounding? Um, and also consider some of the previous job search tips I have shared. So if you're finding all of these information valuable, please like and please share. And if you need help with your resume, feel free to reach out to me on my website. The information is in the description. Until next time, stay well.